All right, we're here for the end of Purdue St. Peter's. A situation that simply, I ran the algorithm, I crunched the numbers. It simply cannot go wrong for Purdue, Tate. No matter how you slice it, Purdue is going to win this game. And I think we start there. Like, that's the spoiler. We're all watching, wondering what's going to happen. I just spoiled it for you. Purdue will win. That's okay. We'll have some fun along the way. St. Peter's has made a game of this. St. Peter's was it 13-point underdog, 12.5, something like that?
Yeah, I think it was 13, yeah.
Despite the run that they went on to open this NCAA tournament, winning their first 2 games against Kentucky, against Murray State.
Yeah.
Not exactly, I don't want to say they were disrespected, but the idea of St. Peter's keeping this thing going was
No,
not
we said on the
something-
show, we were like, there's not like a star of
What the hell
this
is this,
team.
by the way? Are these
Oh,
Jim's?
these are extra headphones. Those are Jim's headphones. Yeah, there was a belief that this team didn't have the horses, so to speak, to continue this run. But
Yeah,
in
like
this
Doug
game,
Eddard is like the face of the team, but
yes.
like, I mean,
but
let's
it's
be
almost
honest,
a
it's
meme,
not-
you know.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
They're trying to meme Doug, but Doug's a good player. He's got 8 points tonight.
Yeah.
Just missed a pretty big free throw, but like you said, not a lot of people believe the Peacocks could actually push Purdue, and here we are. Under
I was
4
one of those
minutes.
people. It was worrisome that the moment the buzzer sounded against Murray State, Shaheen Holloway locked himself in a room and has been doing interviews nonstop.
And
till this
Doug got
game took
a
off.
Buffalo Wild Wings deal. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
That worried me, but then
Defo fouling out is a big deal.
But then the game started, and St. Peter's has been playing, as they have all tournament, as they have before the tournament, have been playing great team defense on Purdue. Purdue looks completely lost on
This
the offensive
matchup
end.
zone has got them out of sorts.
The only time Purdue looks like actually comfortable is when Jaden Ivey has room to break dudes down, which has not, as we can see with the 56-55 score, has not been very often tonight.
Here we go. I mean, regardless of what happens, I mean, you got to give St. Peter's a lot of credit because, like we were saying,
No moral
Portland gave them a
victories.
puncher's
No
chance.
moral victories, Tate. You have to win. If St. Peter's doesn't win this, that's a choke job.
Frauds.
And they're frauds.
Peacocks are frauds. Doug. We need a big 3 from Doug. That's what we really need.
Oh, that's dirty.
That's big time. That is big time, folks.
This is
Matthew Lee.
The psychology of this. I've been hammering it all tournament. I'll hammer it all next tournament. But it's just fascinating, Tate, that like there's one team out there whose buttholes are slowly going like this.
Yeah, it's happening in the Kansas game right now also.
And it's not the St. Peter's Peacocks.
Yeah.
As the Cocks go up, Purdue's butt. Okay, that's. Right, so I'm gonna get fired.
Matthew Lee, Garden Ivy here. This is what you would call a mismatch, and that is an air ball.
No.
That's a shot clock violation.
That's a head tap, which has become very confusing, I should say.
Did you just dunk on my head?
Yes.
Should I watch my head, or is it a shot clock violation?
Are the referees talking shit to Purdue when they go like this to call the shot? No, they're not. They're actually just calling a shot clock violation.
But are they?
Are they?
Is it both? All the kids on the bench are like, what's going on here?
What if a dunk happens as a shot clock violation's happening? The refs just start going like this.
Ooh.
And then they have to clarify.
And TV Teddy winks as he does it.
TV Teddy's like, for the record, I was not calling a shot clock violation.
Yeah, that was watch your head for
That was
me.
watch your They call it Gene's
On the
territory.
record, watch your head for me.
They call it Gene's territory. He's like, I actually, I understand what this one means, guys. This is the kids do this to signify that you've been dunked on.
They also will do this to show you're small.
Show you're
Kevin
small.
Durant is doing this now. He's doing the
3.
You're really small. You're baby.
Called the 3 arrow. Providence is making a game of this, by the way.
2-point game. I mean, Kansas looked a little lifeless in the first half. Even though they were up, they should have been up by more. So shout out to Providence for actually taking advantage of that and going on a run, because Remy Martin was really the reason why Kansas was up so much at that point.
It's tied now, 57-57, by the way.
What's tied, Jim?
The game?
Score.
Yeah.
The St. Peter's game?
Mm-hmm.
It's tied?
2:40 left for the people
Is this
at home.
it's only the second quarter though, Jim? We still have 2 more quarters after this, right?
Correct.
It says second on the
Right.
screen. How many?
Right. That was not a good shot from Ivy right there, by the way.
This was I gotta say, the subplot, I mean, okay.
Here we go. 1-point
I know,
game, Providence,
but
Kansas.
all conversations lead back to Duke on this program. So I'm gonna say this, Tate, that we've spent a lot of time talking about the Coach K farewell tour. We're hashing out Duke's path to a national championship. In fact, as you're watching this, part of you, even though North Carolina, should you win tonight, will play the winner of this game, and most reasonable minds would say you should want to play St. Peter's. You seem to be cheering for Purdue because you're galaxy braining it, talking about like who Duke's gonna have to eventually meet in the Final Four. But as we've all been focusing on Duke's path and whether Coach K will be able to win a national title in his final season, I want to bring up this scenario as well, which is that Paolo Banchero, by virtue of every other top number 1 pick option playing like shit in the NCAA tournament, Paolo Banchero has emerged as perhaps
the number 1 pick.
As Jaden Ivey is blowing it against St. Peter's, and Jabari had a terrible game against Miami.
I think Jabari has
Chet
officially dropped down to he will not be the number 1 pick. I think Chet's still in the conversation. I think, like you said, Paolo is somehow in the conversation.
But is Doug Eddard in the conversation?
Yes, facts. Doug Eddard can shoot, though. I mean, maybe he gets a shot. You never know.
Is JD Note?
This is just the story of the tournament. You asked this the last time we were on the air. Are we going to have a problem where the officials make it all about themselves? And yet again, we're under 4 minutes, and we're doing a review over something.
What are we even reviewing?
We're reviewing to see if it's a shot clock or if he hit the rim or if it bounced out of bounds. But regardless, it doesn't freaking matter. Give them St. Peter's the ball and let's keep playing. Yeah.
Make the call.
I mean, look at the Purdue. Look at the Boilermakers. They're just as perplexed as we are. Matt Painter's perplexed.
Cut into the old Purdue dudes wearing hard hats.
I love that. You saw some Purdue Letterman jackets.
You know what the best part about that is? Those are the two guys that are firing off tweets about how IU's candy stripe pants look ridiculous.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
They're like, you guys look like clowns. They tweet with their hard
Anyone
hats.
that says clowns on the internet is probably a clown themselves. Let's just be honest.
Or 14.
Or 14, which means you're a clown. No offense.
No offense.
14-year-olds. You'll grow up out of it.
No offense, but
here we go. Ed Cooley going crazy. All right, we're back. 57-57, 2:38 to play.
To give you an idea of how delayed we are for those of you watching, it's 2:40, 2:33, 2:32, 2:31, 2:30. So I know people at home watching, they're like, I wonder what, that tends to happen. We get delayed. But
it's time for Doug to do something. That was Lee, right? He said Banks, but that was Matthew Lee again. Or maybe it was Banks. They got great guards on St. Peter's. I mean, you got to give them credit. And that's what wins in the tournament, guard play and defense. That's
other way. Yeah, I mean, Travion Williams is awesome. And Tate Frazier voice, I like the guy. He travels every time he's
that was a
I mean, like,
yeah.
And I like the
Shaheen Holloway.
I'm a Purdue
crazy.
booster.
He went crazy earlier about the travel that it was not called. But regardless, ball doesn't lie there. 2-point basketball game. I mean, Travion's been important for this team. I mean, Purdue needed him in this game. He's been the only one on the block that's been able to do anything. Like you said, Edey can't decipher when they're going to bring a double or not. And he just seems like he's almost just predetermining everything he's doing.
Yeah.
So, and good teams make their free throws and win games. I mean, this is the script of how you win in the NCAA tournament, and they keep doing it. There you go. 2-possession game, 1:43 to play. No 15 seed, they're reminding us right now, has ever reached the Elite Eight. So St. Peter's would be 1 of 1. Sorry, UMBC. Please don't tweet and try to take credit for St. Peter's. Even that's just not a strong take. That was, good box out by Gillis. And they're in the double bonus, so 2 free throws. That's not a good shot. No, I mean, I understand that they're just trying to get something going on offense, but that is not it. You're a Purdue booster. What do you want to see in this game, like down the stretch? Who do you want to see touch the ball down the stretch?
I think Purdue might lose, dude.
What do you mean think? I mean, I'm
you
watching
wanna
it.
you have to go down with the ship. You have to if Purdue's going to lose, you want to lose putting the ball in Jaden Ivey's hand.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Like the man, we've talked about it all year. He's not exactly a college basketball player you would describe as someone who plays under control at all times and makes the greatest decisions at all times, but he's got to be the guy you go down with. Like you can't go down feeding Mason Gillis or like even pump it. Like Trayvon Williams is great. He's got great post moves. I'm not trying to lose a game that way. I want Jaden Ivey in ISO situations and let him make plays because nothing else has really worked tonight.
Yeah, Banks is the guy for them.
Oh,
wow. And that right there is why they're winning in the tournament. What a smart play to be like, let's reset here. Let's run some more clock.
Yeah.
They're not panicked at all.
They're a great team. Like, I don't mean a great. Oh, you got to get a shot.
That's a foul.
Oh my God.
That was a foul, though.
To your point, like usually when those situations happen, there's one or two guys on the team that are like, "What do we do?" And then there's two or three that are yelling, like, "Bring it out!" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
St. Peter's, they're all on the same page. The second they get an offensive rebound, the whole
they're not sped up at all.
They get into their offense. They've been a joy to watch, dude. Shaheen Holloway.
We should also give a lot of respect to the MAC, like their conference, because obviously.
Rick Pitino.
What it took to win that conference tournament, you can obviously see that it has led to the actual tournament. And
Rick Pitino has his fingerprints all over this.
Yeah, this is Pitino's run. Let's make a movie. Pitino's run. He's not even in it. He's narrating it. Yeah, Shaheen Holloway. Wait for the big job, buddy, because you're gonna get a big job offer.
Yeah.
Also, we got a tie game in Providence game. We're gonna turn to that probably.
My God!
Timeout, Painter. Purdue down 4.
As a Purdue booster, if Purdue does lose this game, I think you have to take a serious look at Matt Painter. And we do not call for men's jobs on this program. We just simply won't do it. A lot of people have asked us to do it. We won't do it.
People asked us to call for Steve Alford's. We did not.
We won't do it. We've never done that. We've never once.
Please don't fact check. But
I'm not going to do that. Yeah. What I am going to say is, if you are Purdue, you take a long, hard look at a man by the name of Will Wade, who currently does not have a job. I think you have to make that phone call.
I think that would be the end of Purdue.
I think you have to seriously consider whether Will Wade can take us to the promised land.
We got a game going on right now. Al Durham is having an Al Durham performance, which means he plays out of his mind on the biggest stage.
This is Providence. This is like it's on.
Yeah, if you're Kansas, you don't want to be in this game because this is what Providence does every single game.
But in Kansas' defense, the Kansas fans did point out to me that they would have smoked Iowa if they would have met. And that
I don't know who these Kansas fans are, but I had no idea Iowa had grinded so many.
So games. When Iowa lost to Richmond in the first round, Kansas actually made it to the Elite Eight already because so many people picked Iowa to beat Kansas. So they actually don't have to win this game. They were already written into the Elite Eight. That's how that worked when Iowa lost.
Here we go. We're back. Lee, Banks, Eddard.
Is this the promo for the documentary?
Dude.
Lee, Banks, Eddard.
I heard they're following Coach K in his last season, trying to copy The Last Dance. And they should do something with St. Peter's.
You see Hep Cronin behind Shaheen Holloway.
I love Hep Cronin. It's going to be tough tonight. I'm going to be split because I have so much respect for one, UCLA, the basketball program, and two, Hep Cronin. So we'll see what happens. Regardless, UCLA and Carolina are going to be fighting each other to get the Elite Eight now that St. Peter's might be there. That's good dish.
Oh, my God.
Good board.
All right, put back. So we thought this season when watching Purdue, watching a lot of Purdue basketball, the downfall of Purdue in the NCAA tournament would be their defense state. It would be that they're not locked in on that end.
And guard play.
They had for most of the season.
We have to say guard play. Not to say that they have the best guard maybe in college basketball by prospect, but like guard play still.
Sure.
Yeah.
But their offense overall, they had one of the best offenses in the country. They if it wasn't the best, it was up there. It was top 5.
Yeah.
They had a million different ways they could kill you, Tate. And I gotta say, tonight, Purdue's not like it's been a muck off. It's been definitely a muck off. And to see Purdue's offense, it's not shocking. It's college basketball. This happens. We're playing with a Mickey Mouse basketball. All of these things are true. So like I'm not exactly shocked, but if you would have told me that Purdue was going to lose to St. Peter's, I would have thought that's been the craziest part about the St. Peter's run is that it's not like offensive driven. It's usually when these upsets happen, a team like St. Peter's is like 11 for 14 from the 3-point line.
Yeah, it's kind of an indictment of basketball a little bit that a zone has thrown so many teams off. And shout out to Jim Boeheim for running zone in the ACC, so all the ACC teams know how to deal with zone. But we saw it with Texas Tech struggle with the zone. I mean, that's who you want to get fouled. They got a foul. Okay, yeah.
St. Peter's does not need a 3 here. Up 2 with 14 seconds.
Edie was not the guy tonight.
Nobody was the guy. But yeah, you're right.
If you're looking for your fall guy, I feel like it unfortunately might be the tall guy.
There you go.
Big time free throws.
Jim, you're a New York guy. What do you know about St. Peter's? Give us some facts. Give us some
There are a lot of New Jersey, New York kids.
Okay.
And they're not afraid of anyone.
Good job, Jim.
Thank you.
Producer. Hardest working man in the business.
Jim heard Shaheen Holloway say that. That's great.
All right, this is the big one.
Yeah.
Up 4.
Dude, how easy was that?
This is insane.
Matthew Lee. Shout out to Daryl Banks and Matthew Lee. They've been great in this game.
Oh!
Is that Ivy?
He's so casual about it too.
He might, yeah. But then,
dude.
Oh wow, and that's the one guy you don't want to foul. Doug is a machine.
That was like a Jaden Ivey microcosm right there. That he hits an insane shot to keep his team in the game, and then he's just like running around defensively, like what
do I do now? Where do I go now?
Yeah, he's like this guy, which guy? I cannot believe that the road opened up for Purdue. This is Purdue's best chance at a Final Four.
I know. I really feel for them. I mean, shout out to St. Peter's, man. I said to you before we walked in here, I was like, Purdue's gonna have to beat St. Peter's. As dumb as that sounds, and like that is what this was a little bit. You know what I mean? Like St. Peter's is not going to beat themselves. Oh my God!
Wow!
Oh my God!
And people wonder about rivalries in college basketball.
What'd you say?
What time's the Purdue game start? I've been out.
He said, "What time does the Purdue game start?"
Dad, how do you feel being you had a Purdue future? If Purdue won the national title, you were winning $1,000. Your thoughts on that?
Oh wow, I forgot about that.
Crying here, wiping my eyes with my $1,000 ticket. They're down again, the thumb. I was a Purdue fan throughout this whole tournament. They just cost me like $1,200. I'm not happy with them.
They cost him $1,200.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's worth it. Would he pay $1,200 for this moment? I think he would. This is priceless. Try you.
He's a great show tonight. He's a great player, and it just let me down.
Hey, Chris, kill the audio on the there you go. Yeah. Dad, did you pointed out here's my father, by the way. I don't know how much we can pick up on that, but he's decked out in all his Indiana stuff. As no surprise to anybody. What time do the Hoosiers play, by the way?
Women play tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow afternoon.
What
Hey, what did Purdue win? One more game in this tournament than IU did?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Banners are all that matter. Purdue did not hang a banner.
Still have time.
In all seriousness, Purdue did not win the Big Ten, did not go to a final. Like, this is a failure of a season.
Oh.
I'm not like, all stick aside, this is a failure of a season,
Yes.
is it not?
No,
For the expectations that
Very
were on this team?
disappointing. Yeah.
They didn't win anything.
No, you're
3 on the trophies.
0-3 on the trophies. You
I
point.
wish I'd have said something when they were ranked first that they didn't deserve to be ranked first in the country.
look at
Kind
Holloway.
of quiet about it.
That's right. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That my dad, when we had him on, and everyone laughed at him because they were like, "This guy's a clown." He
Yeah.
said he's a clown. Look
was
at
say
it.
he's a
He
clown.
wears this Indiana stuff, and my dad pointed out Purdue did not deserve to be number one. He's right. You pointed out that Jaden Ivey was wearing red shoes, Dad.
Looked good. He looked good.
Put him in the portal. Put him in the portal. I think he goes to Assembly Hall.
Hey, those red shoes go well with that black and gold.
All right, go celebrate. Congrats to the Hoosiers. Hang another banner. Yeah, banner number 6. You guys,
Yeah,
you guys did it.
Yes.
I just lost $400. I already spent it.
Sell us.
Yeah, you owe
Sort of.
$1,200.
Where's Mom? What's Mom doing? How's she feeling?
She's right here.
Mom, your thoughts? Was that a surprise at all to lose to a 15 seed when the path was wide open for Purdue to go to the Final Four?
For sure.
What do I say?
Bye. Bye. That's my mom. She's
Honestly,
just like,
I
don't
think that's also the Purdue fans right now. Like, what do I say? What do you want me to say? What can you say? This hurts.
But this is also like par for the. I'm not even trying to pile on. Like every Purdue fan I know is like
Was worried
this is
about
not
this
even
game.
a little bit of a surprise
Yeah.
that this happened.
No, there were Purdue fans that literally were like, "I'd much rather play Kentucky in the
Yes.
Sweet 16 than
Yes.
play St. Peter's."
Yes.
Which is you understand the psychology of that.
Well, because
knowing
you
Purdue
got
fan.
jackasses like me saying nothing can go wrong. Purdue has this
Yeah.
in the bag over and over, and the psychology of it's insane. And by the way, St. Peter's is playing great basketball. Like they're actually
they're a
like
great
the
team.
run is not.
This is not a BS run. We
I was
at first thought
worried-
it was one game, but this team is really a team.
I will admit that
Look at this
I was worried for the stretch where they go back to campus and you go back to those fans they just showed and the place is nuts and I like and also like I was kind of joking but I was serious that like how much are they practicing, how much Purdue film. Then the game starts and by the first under 16 timeout, the very first media timeout, you're like, oh, okay, so they're just as prepared for Purdue.
Yeah, they want to play with Purdue.
The defense they're throwing at Purdue, dude. So yeah. If you told me St. Peter's going to the Final Four,
Yeah,
like how could you watch them beat Purdue and Kentucky and then say they can't beat Carolina or UCLA?
absolutely. I was gonna say, I mean, this is a George Mason type run. I mean, I saw Larry Nega earlier. He was talking about the St. Peter's team, and he was like, every team has a different DNA. But he was talking about how great this team plays, and he was like, if you watch these guys, why can't they do what we did as George Mason? And there you go. They're the first 15 to go to the Elite Eight.
Should we stay on and watch the end of the Kansas Providence? By the way,
I mean, yeah, probably.
they're going to the under 4. Providence
Took
down
their
4.
first lead of the game, and then Kansas goes on a 7-0 run.
I didn't watch the comeback. I don't know how it happened. I mean, I'm gonna have to by the time we do our podcast tonight.
It was
I'm
luck
gonna
of the
have to-
Irish.
I'm
Luck
gonna
of the
have
Fry
to
Irish.
read some box scores and make up my own narrative when we do the show tonight. But Kansas jumped out to a big lead. Remy Martin, that sandbagging son of a bitch, dude. We got to call him out.
Yeah.
I have an idea to you know what? We'll save it. We'll save it for the show. Let's watch this.
I mean, McCormack is
at the
shooting
line.
76% from the free throw line. I mean, that is remarkable for a big man, and I've seen him at the line a lot tonight.
He's a Carolina guy, right?
From North Carolina,
Yeah.
from Raleigh.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Obviously
yeah.
He's not a Tar Heel.
Yeah.
Kansas, I mean-
Well, I know. But when you said that, I was like, you know, he could have been a Brandon Huffman type transfer. You know what I mean? You never know. But yeah, he's from North Carolina. A lot of North Carolina guys on Kansas. My boy,
do you
MJ
cheer
Rice.
are you like me with guys from Indiana?
Yeah,
where you'll cheer for
of course.
them wherever
Always.
they're at.
Yeah.
Which is why I was cheering for those boys from Indiana that play for Purdue, and it's heartbreaking to see them go out like that.
You're a booster.
And I'm a booster.
Yeah. The kid that I bought stock in at the YMCA when I was like 12 years old, or actually I was like 15 years old, his name was MJ Rice. He's a McDonald's All-American. He's going to be a freshman at Kansas next year. I'm going to be a half Kansas fan next year, so people are going to be really thrown off by that. But you got to pull for the hometown heroes.
That's the Roy Williams way is to.
Yeah, Blue Bloods, baby. Remy Martin, by the way, I mean, he literally looks like he's been the point guard all year for Kansas. And if you watch
incredible.
Kansas, he's been hurt.
And
that is why Ochai Agbaji is the best player in the country. Watch your head.
That's a shot clock violation.
Watch your head. Watch your head, folks. God, I love Agbaji.
Oh my God.
A backdoor cut alley oop from Christian Brown.
Oh.
That was
Dude,
big time.
that is.
That's
You know what's
big.
crazy?
That was a
It's like,
foul. And one.
I'm thinking back on it. Even in my prime, I don't think I could have done that. Even in my prime, I can't do it now. I'll be honest. Like I'm definitely not.
Should we
able to get
recreate it
that,
on this
but
like 5-foot goal? You just throw an alley to me.
I really believe that even in my prime at Ohio State, I don't think I could have dunked it like Agbaji just dunked it.
No, it's just not your game.
It's
It's not your game.
only worth 2, dude. Why
That's
would you-
always a nice way to say like this is not. It's just not his game. Yeah. He's a floor. He's a ground guy. He's a ground athlete. 57-50, 2:55 to
man.
play.
That's not his game.
What a pass, though. I mean,
Dude,
seriously,
oh my
that's
God,
a
his
foul.
elbows are-
That's a foul. It's wrong. God,
It is a foul.
it really is a
They
foul.
didn't call it.
It's all right.
Oh man.
But shout out to Providence, by the way, because I
Oh, here we go.
no, I mean, I want to give them credit.
Here we go.
They were fighting in this game.
Jaden Ivey.
Had a
They're
shot.
just showing the replay. He got the look, and it never crossed Jaden Ivey's. And this is why I do love the kid.
Yeah.
And he's going to be great in the NBA. When Jaden Ivey was bringing the ball up the floor and the ball left his hands,
He's like, this is money.
there is a 0% chance I'm missing this.
Yeah.
And even when he missed it, he was like, no, that's not right.
He's like, kid,
Yeah.
mulligan.
Yeah. And
Reset.
that's why you love him, because if it is me in that situation, if it's you, certainly if it's Jim, you're like, I have no chance. I just hope it hits rim.
The only,
I hope I hit-
the
I hope
only
it don't
man,
embarrass
the
me.
only other man on the court that's like, this is going in is Doug Eddard.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going up
Oh.
against. Okay, there you go. Providence.
Who's that?
Providence
AJ
not
Reeves
going
hit
away.
that?
Yeah, it was AJ Reeves. Is that the real Fryer, by the way?
What's the difference between a friar and a father? Oh, like a friar.
I think a Fryer can be a father.
Yeah,
I don't.
but not all. It's like a square and a rhombus.
Yeah, yeah,
Rhombus.
yeah.
or
What's a quadrilateral?
Quadrilateral.
Oh yeah.
Or-
Kansas is just like they cannot just sustain. And this is the game that Providence
Dude,
wants.
this is exactly where
Yeah.
Providence wants it, because they're like this. We're familiar with this. We're comfortable here.
I thought that was a foul,
Yeah.
but no call. Ed Cooley going crazy. Where's John Fanta? I need a Fanta update. They should have a Fanta cam at all the Big East Providence games.
They really should.
It'd be incredible.
We could try to call. We should
Go call
FaceTime
Jim. Call
right
Fanta.
now.
He's like your best friend.
Get Fanta on the line, dude. You know he's at the game.
You know he's
Oh,
at the game. Remy Martin with the ball. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, did he get the call?
Oh my God,
Dude. That's
I'm twirling.
yeah,
I'm twirling.
yeah.
I'm with
Cooley
that.
Cooley has the right. That's crazy.
Dude, that is.
I mean, Al Durham did run into him, granted, but that's a tough call.
that's some NBA shit.
That's
though.
a that's
some
a
NBA shit. We
that's
don't. We
a
don't do
no
that in
call, I
college.
think, or maybe maybe caught on the ground or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I
3
don't like
shots
that.
is tough.
That's
Rewarding bad behavior.
it is.
Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. That's okay. Now we're good. Now it's fine. Now it's fine. Ball don't lie.
You should be in the NCAA tournament. Certainly, when we get to the Sweet 16, if you're going to cut to the crowd in pivotal moments, you should like at least tell us
Who it is. Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Is that
or
Remy
just-
Martin's mom? Is that
just-
Bill Self's?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, who is that?
Or at least just like famous or not
Random
famous.
fan.
Rando. Just put rando.
Fan.
Fan.
Fan. Just put fan. And then put Fanta. Fan or Fanta.
Fan or Fanta.
These are your choices. You show us one or the
Right
other.
on Fan or Fanta.
Or
We'll show you a
fan
picture.
or
You
Fanta.
tell us, is it a basketball fan or is it John Fanta,
You just have
East
tweets.
expert?
Yeah. Oh. We got problems. 6-point game, 124. Oh, that's
That's the
that's-
shot Al Durham hits.
I know.
And he didn't hit it tonight.
But he's had a good game.
Damn it, I don't know who I was cheering for in this one. I was just kind of cheering for Providence to, now that they're down 6 with a
I
minute.
feel like we
was
need a
cheering
one
for them-
seed in
I was
the-
cheering for Al Durham to hit that to make it fun, a more fun ending. And now
Now it's like they're just choking this game out. We're about to get under a minute, 6-point game. Kansas with the basketball.
run the play where Agbaji jumps over everybody.
Yeah, I like that play.
That was sick.
I like that play. That's my favorite play. Oh, no good from McCormack. We got a long ways to go, by the way. I mean, look at that. Here we go. Yeah.
Didn't need a 3 there.
Didn't need a
Take
3.
it. They took the 2.
Take what the defense gives you. 59-55, 48 seconds. I mean, this is when it is great that like Kansas all of a sudden has like an all-conference point guard that is now playing for them. You know what I mean?
It's Big 12 preseason Big 12 Player of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the blind spots. I mean, I picked Kansas to win the title, but my biggest concern was who at the end of the game is going to be the guy. And the fact that Remy Martin can be that guy makes Kansas really, really dangerous.
It makes zero sense how the Big 12 preseason Player of the Year has turned into Kansas's secret weapon.
Yeah, he's like it's like almost you forgot about him on the scouting report, you know?
Kansas is going to play Iowa State or Miami.
And Iowa State's going to be like, I don't know this team. They play conference against them all year. They're like, we don't know this
I
team.
don't know who. Otzelberg scratching his. He's like, who the hell is Remy Martin? Where's this guy come from? He's never.
Oh, well, Remy Martin missed some big free throws as
Sure,
we're talking about him. Also, shout out to Kyle Crichton, our former producer. Remy Martin was Kyle's guy for multiple years. That's how long this guy has been in college basketball.
Yeah, he was. Was
18
he the
points.
OG?
He
Lamine
wasn't the
Genet.
OG. He wasn't the OG, but he was.
Lamine Genet was the OG, right?
I think so.
Like
Yeah.
Kyle's
I think
guy.
we finally gave him the option to have Kyle's guy. That was the guy.
Get
Full timeout for Ed Cooley right
get
here.
Kyle, Jim. Get Kyle on the phone as well. I need Kyle and John Fanta both for the end of this game. Get on it.
I think they're the same people.
Well, there you have it. North Carolina, UCLA tipping at 9:58. 6:58, 21 minutes.
I find this interesting. I'm getting texts. I didn't realize this. I'm getting texts from some Ohio State people, not in the program. So this isn't coming from Chris Holt. This is not coaches at Ohio State. It's just friends and family and whatever that play at Ohio State that are saying they're not that upset that Purdue lost. And I find that if the question that you didn't ask me, but I'm asking for it, I'm pretending that you asked me, so I can answer
You ask it.
what is their Big Ten
Beef
unity,
streets.
or is there like the
Is the house divided?
is the Big Ten like in this together?
No.
I don't know. I got multiple people now texting me saying like, I love it that Purdue lost. That's hilarious. I don't love it. I'm a Purdue booster. I wanted Purdue to win. I wanted my father to be $1,000 richer.
So
no
Big Ten teams in the Elite Eight.
None. But the Big Ten sucked, dude. The Big Ten sucked all year.
Wow.
The Big Ten sucked all year. You know, no one thought the Big Ten was good.
Yeah, but one team, Purdue really.
But it is bad.
Purdue let you
I know it is Purdue, but I think that's why people are like. That's why we're like.
If you're Matt Painter, do you start thinking about, do I need to change the scenery?
The moment you look up as a conference and you say all of our hopes ride on Purdue, you're like, we've lost. I mean, you know where you're going to end up. So
it was Michigan or Purdue. It's like a Sophie's choice.
Yeah. Shoot.
Oh shoot, we both lost. 59-55. Remy Martin back at the free throw line. I think one shot here. Yes, one shot. He's an 80% free throw shooter, but has missed 3 tonight. 3 for 6.
Man.
Oof. 4 for 7. 5-point game. I mean, is this an Al Durham 3? At this point, I'm just like, the guy.
What?
Those are 2 hawks. What?
We should Horkler. Oh no, that's
God.
that's
oh
game.
my god.
Unfortunately, that's game. Unfortunately,
that's my favorite Mark Titus catchphrase. Unfortunately,
yeah. I got a little. I'm doing a little. We're gonna peel back the curtain to break the fourth wall here. I'm doing a heat check because last year during the national championship when Baylor just comes out of the gate hot against Gonzaga, I turned to Tate at the under 16 first half timeout, and I said, I think that's game.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't even being sarcastic. I was like, I think Baylor.
No, it was a pure. That's game.
I was like, that's game. I called game. I ended up being right, and that was the earliest game I think I've ever called. And the fact that it was a national championship against a team that was undefeated, I felt good about it. So now
Now you're trying to chase that high.
now I'm addicted to just calling game better.
Yeah, you're like adrenaline junkie. You're like,
And I've been turning the entire tournament. I've been turning to Tate. Anytime a guy hits like a tough shot, I just turn to Tate and go. Unfortunately, I think that might be game.
yeah. And then when Purdue won the tip tonight, I looked at Titus and said, "Unfortunately, that's game." And it was not game. It was not game.
Oh man.
So what are we looking at here? Because again, the officials are making it about themselves.
I don't know, dude.
That's an air ball. That's out of bounds. Oh, we're looking at the clock.
We should do a. We're out Durham almost traveled there, and we were just grunting like we were Tim Allen on Home Improvement. We should do a live stream where we don't say a word. We just do that, like for the Carolina UCLA game.
No words. We onomatopoeias. It's just all reaction. That would be Jim's dream. That's what Jim wants. This is ridiculous, by the way. Bill Self is like, what is happening?
Give us a as we're sorting this out, vibe check on Carolina. With St. Peter's winning on that court, how much does that
this
matter?
is about to be a rock fight because both these teams just saw what happened before them, and they know that, or at least I would presume that they all are under the idea that, hey, we have a pretty, not to overlook St. Peter's, obviously, because that's a lesson that we all should learn. But like, you look at that and say, hey, the bracket broke pretty well on that side. We win tonight. We're probably going to New Orleans. You know what I mean? And that's what UCLA is. That's what Mick Cronin.
That's what Purdue said.
That's what Purdue said before they played St. Peter's. They're like,
that's
dude,
what
the
Murray
bracket
State
broke our
said
way.
after.
So it's honestly like, is it a good thing? I'm not sure. I would have been more excited if Purdue was there because I like to see the best teams make it on. But honestly,
I think the better
St. Peter's was the better team today.
I think the better team won.
They were. So I have to give them their credit. I think Carolina fans. There will be a lot of Carolina fans in Philly, so that'll be fun to see.
Where would St. Peter's finish in the Big Ten?
Second.
I do love this, by the way. The same people that will tell you that Gonzaga, the reason they choke in the tournament every year is because they're not battle tested. They're in a shitty conference. But also, we're watching St. Peter's from the MAC, who didn't even win the league this year, by the way.
Because it's such a good conference.
yeah.
I think we should be talking about, is the MAC a power conference?
Is the MAC.
That's more of the conversation that I'm interested in.
Is the MAC better than the Big Ten? I'm willing to entertain it.
Yeah, or the Pac-12. Because for whatever reason, the Pac-12 just takes strays no matter what they do.
Yeah.
The Pac-12, by the way, needs to get a team in the Elite Eight, so I do feel like UCLA is that team.
There's Al Durham with the quick two.
Okay.
All right, 16 seconds. Providence down 4. Remy Martin's going to go back to the line. This one's probably over. I don't know why we're just for formalities, just to put a bow on it.
We don't want to quit.
I'm going to grab my bracket and write in St. Peter's. By the way,
I wrote in St. Peter's.
Do you abbreviate Saint and St. Peter's? Because I noticed like a lot of people are spelling it out, and it's not the ST.
Everyone spells it out. And
why? Because like St. Mary's gets the ST.
No, but I think you're supposed to spell it out.
How do we know which Saints are?
In my bracket, I've been putting Saint ST period, but it seems to me that it is Saint spelled out.
How do you know?
I don't know.
How do we know which Saint is which? Okay. Let me see here.
I need a Saint power rankings, by the way. I need to know which Saint is like really up there running things.
St. Peter's the Gates of Heaven guy, right? So I mean that seems.
That's what I mean. I need a power rankings because he seems pretty. I mean, and to be honest with you,
who's St. Mary's?
Dude, if St. Peter stops Satan himself,
yeah,
that would be pretty epic.
That would be sick. Is St. Mary Jim? You're Catholic. Is St. Mary the Christ?
Mary, the Virgin Mary.
That is St. Mary?
St. Mary's Christ. That's
it. Our R&D department is unmatched.
Got a crack team here at Fox.
Yeah, you'd never see anything like it. 9 seconds, 9.7. Providence trying to make this a 4-point game. Yeah, I think you're supposed to spell it out.
Who's St. John, Jim? Who's he?
Lou Carnesecca.
Yeah.
Next question?
Yes. Yes, Lou Carnesecca, the great saint. And we're going back to the table here for official review. This is insane. What is this? Literally, what is the point of this?
College basketball.
Shut up, Jim. This isn't college basketball. This is the ref show. Get the refs out of here.
My mother just texted me to tell me that every time Dad watches the Purdue game with her, they lose. And she said it started with Rutgers and continued. You remember when they lost to Rutgers and my mom was like, Dad won't watch Purdue.
Yeah.
So I never get to watch Purdue. And I finally
got to watch him
got
tonight.
to watch him
and
and they
then,
lost.
and then he's wearing IU gear and he's like bopping around.
My wholesome mother was like, I just want to like learn the names of these boys on Purdue on my alma mater. They're ranked number 1. Please,
Yeah.
can I watch them? My dad's like, fine, we'll watch one game.
Yeah.
It was the
You can watch
Rutgers.
Rutgers of all games. Al Durham just missed a free throw.
And then my dad was like, fine, Laura, you're in the Sweet 16. I can suck it up. I can watch Purdue.
Yeah.
I'll do it for you because I love you so
Well, he was like, I'll do a preview before the IU women play tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. All right, 4-point game, 10 seconds. Again, it's probably...
No, dude. You do not underestimate the luck of the Friars.
It's true. This is about the time where the roof starts leaking.
Oh, wow. That was a quick whistle there.
The basket starts to collapse, and we need to take a 45-minute break to. No, Providence. I will say, like this is good from Providence. Like this is
This is
what
a great
you were saying
effort.
earlier to give them credit. This is a great effort.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people might have assumed that when the wheels fell off for Providence, it was going to get ugly.
Like the Creighton game in the Big
Yeah.
East tournament. I thought that would be how things ended in the tournament for Providence. But
and
they defied me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. They stuck around. It's still not over, we should say. 5-point game. Or maybe it is. You're watching at home. You're like, you guys are on a 7-minute delay. This game's been over.
This game's over. Kansas won by 8.
Why is Rex Chapman on my television and they're still talking about the Kansas game?
That should do it.
That should do
That
it. That should.
I
I do think you need a 3 here, though. I will say. And Al Durham's not going to take it. He's going to take the easy 2. Stat padding? Your thoughts?
a little bit.
All right.
A little bit. It's like if you do one more of those, I'm actually getting upset.
How many quick 2s can we
Yeah,
get?
yeah. Like if
Or
I'm
is it
Ed
a
Coley,
3?
I'm like Ed Coley's like too many quick twos.
Steve Lapis is watching and he's nodding. He's like, that's good. That's good, Al.
Mm.
More quick 2s. We don't need a 3 here.
Those are the OG Jayhawks. You're right though. Like I need like some. Who are these Kansas fans?
Who's
that
the
are-
Jalen Rose of Kansas that goes to
Oh,
the games?
Jason
and-
Sudeikis.
I didn't even mean celebrity. I meant former
Sorry.
player.
Sorry.
Who's like the former player that like?
Former player.
I think
that's, like,
Chalmers probably has the most juice, but I don't see Chalmers as the guy that's like
going to games.
going.
Paul Pierce.
Like who's even the hands? Who did he say?
Ball beer.
Paul-
He's busy.
Oh gosh.
Let's get into it.
And that
Al
is the
Durham.
game. Al
puts up
Durham
the
went
final
for it.
shot. Kansas wins by 5.
There you go.
Providence made a game of it.
Man, Remy
but,
Martin is literally smirking because he's like, I sandbagged him. Damn,
Got
did
him.
I sandbag him good? Kansas and St. Peter's in the Elite Eight.
Whoa!
What?
Kansas passed Kentucky for most wins all time. Oh,
Well, you want to hear something even crazier?
is Kentucky a blue blood still?
Yeah, it's a good question. You want to hear something even crazier? If Carolina wins tonight, they have
They
the
pass
most-
Kansas?
Yeah, no, they pass Kentucky for most tournament wins all time.
Oh my God.
The sky is falling in Camelot.
Oh my God. We're gonna have to do a blue blood report and
Yeah.
and check the Purdue. I will say, I hate to do it. I don't think Purdue is a blue blood. After tonight. I don't. Sorry. Let's wrap it up
Oh
with that.
man.
Thoughts and prayers to Purdue. You got this though. You got this. Next year,
Next year.
Purdue might be back. And there's hope. Hope will.
Hope is a
Was
dangerous
Robbie?
thing.
Honest to God, isn't Hummel calling these games for radio for
Probably
Westwood
for
Radio?
Westwood One,
Was he
yeah.
calling the game?
Probably.
Because I swear to God, that man called every single Purdue loss.
It's like they put him on the games knowing. It's kind of like what your dad was doing to your mom, where he's like, "Yeah, we could do this game."
Dude, we gotta look that up for real. Because like I think that is the actual curse. Is
Yeah.
Robbie Hummel
Next year, Robbie, no Purdue games.
Yeah, no Purdue games for Robbie.
All IU games.
You know what? Give me the off season. I'm gonna fix Purdue basketball. I'm gonna tweak my Purdue Day of Giving. Like as a booster, I'm gonna get in the rooms and like actually have my voice be heard instead of just
Yeah.
sending in the money. I think that's the problem, and I'm going to take it upon myself to fix Purdue basketball. That's my promise to Purdue fans.
Remy Martin
I'm
and
gonna
Bill
fix Purdue
Self
basketball.
doing an interview together. I never thought I would see that in the tournament.
Bill's
This is
like, we have no idea what he's saying, but like,
Yeah.
we know what he's saying. He's like, I hated this guy.
yeah, he's like number 11 right here. I did not want to play him all year. In fact, if I could have kicked him off the team, I would have.
My
But
my assistant
but
said,
tonight-
bring him in.
tonight he showed up big time for us.
My assistants came to me in the offseason. They said, we got a guy in the transfer portal, Bill. And I said, hell, I don't need it. I
don't do the portal.
And I listened to him. I brought him in, and this son of a bitch has sucked ass for me all season. But I tell you what, Dana, tonight and on this tournament run, it's been a joy. It's been a joy coaching this.
Remy's just there like smiling, like he's like nice.
He's like, where's Bobby Hurley, man? I need Bobby. Yeah, let's.
Man. He is a great kid, Remy.
No, it's cool stuff. That's why you love the sport, Tate. Is a guy like him that gets a little overrated maybe, and then we kill him, and then we build him back up, and he gets his redemption story, and it makes the sport fun. Kansas on to the Elite Eight. St. Peter's on to the Elite Eight. We got 2 more games. Tate's going to go take a deep breath.
Yeah.
I
got to go think about it.
Yeah. Readjust.
Go Heels.
And we might go live for the end of the Carolina game. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, we will be doing a show tonight. See you guys then.
Brady Manick's open. He's open.
Get this man the ball.